Action!
Yes, I got the confetti in the drop. Hello.
Wow, that was good. We're live. What is up, everyone? Wow, what a day. Can you believe it's Monday? I feel like it doesn't even feel like Monday, and it's Monday. It's crazy to think.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We have a super exciting announcement. We just announced that we are dropping 3 new Star Wars characters for our Volume 2 on October 26th. So literally in a week and a couple days, so next Thursday. And it's going to be, we're revealing every single rarity of these characters and their weapons tonight. So it's going to be a jam-packed live stream, Poof. Are you excited for this or what?
I am so excited. I just got a mobile alert from Twitch that said Stuff Pseudo is live streaming. What's inside this Cryptoys box?
Wait, what? I named it that?
I don't know what's going on your live stream stuff, but
oh, that was so
I'm
many
definitely
live
staying
streams
tuned
ago.
in here. Yeah, that was a while ago. No, I can't wait. You know, those who engage in the chat with us, they know that I've been becoming more and more of a Star Wars fan throughout these collections, you know, watching more, engaging more, talking more. I can't wait for these characters to be revealed. There's some really, really good ones in there. And some of the creators and the masters behind it on stage with us. So yeah, I can't wait to get to it. I mean, we should probably introduce ourselves. We got to do the countdown, and then we gotta get right in.
Let's do it. So let's introduce ourselves, and then we definitely want you all to get to know Jonathan, Harry, and Abel, who you've probably seen some of them on the live stream before. But yeah, let me just start by saying Steph Pseudo, host of a lot of these live streams, head of community and social media. And I'll popcorn over to Poof.
I am Poof. Hello, aka Taylor. I'm community manager of On-Chain Studios and Cryptoys. Really excited for this show, and I'm gonna popcorn down to Harry.
Hey guys, Harry Perminsky. I'm CG supervisor. I'm in charge of making sure all the 3D stuff gets done here. And I will popcorn over to Abel.
Hi, Abel here. I'm an animator, a senior animator here at Cryptoys. In charge of making these guys come to life, doing poses and making them pretty and keeping them pretty from modeling and art. So I'll go over to Jonathan.
Hey, I'm Jonathan. I'm the art director. My job is mainly to make sure the creative vision is all in sync with everything we're doing, from concepts to like turnarounds, and making sure that we can work seamlessly with the 3D team to get all these designs created. And I'm really excited to show you guys these the second wave of Star Wars. It's really nice. It's really, really cool. First time that we have like live action and also animated series characters in it. So it's really, really cool.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. And thanks for sharing your time with us. Yes. Shout out to Superstar Money for saying this. Definitely the art team. They go hard, guys. So it takes it means a lot when they actually show up to these live streams and put themselves out there like this. Yeah. And what's up, D'Lo was on the live stream the other day, part of the game team. Shout out to all the team members who are watching this. And then I think everyone's ready to get started. Look at this. I got to feature some comments. I don't even think we need the countdown for this one, but I think we should just feature some comments and dive into it. Look at this. Woohoo. Let's go. What's up, Shawnee Poo? What's up, Kyle? We got D in the chat. Great hat, Poof. What's up, team? Why do you do this to my wallet? Jeff said, may the force be with you.
The force be with you.
Welcome in. We're super excited. Like we said, we're going to show you all 15 live stream. People see it first. You can't even see this on the website right now. You're not even going to be able to see it. I don't think it'll be on the website today. So yeah, you guys are getting a real sneak peek on everything. So yeah, Harry, should we get started? Is the right screen?
We are ready to go. Yeah, if everybody thinks they can handle it, let's do it.
Okay, let's jump right into it. Here we go. Ooh, Obi.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is, you want to head, Steph?
Yeah, so I'm going to say we're going to go in order. So if people are wondering what are these rarities, we'll let you know in the beginning. But basically, we're going to start with the commons. And we'll show all 3 common characters. Then we'll dive into rare. And then just go to Grail, Legendary. And so we'll just go in order and we'll show each rarity at a time.
All right. So this is Padawan Obi-Wan from Phantom Menace. I kind of feel like, Jonathan, you were one of the designers on these guys. I think you maybe want to introduce them and talk about it.
Yeah, Wave 2 Star was really cool because I think Wes did a lot of these designs that are really, really nice. And I think for this one, you can't really see in this angle. Maybe you can actually, but he has a little Padawan braid on there. That's really cute. The cool thing about these characters too is like we're really making sure that's really small details, like where the mole is on Ewan McGregor is there too. So lots of little details that we try to put in there, almost kind of like as fan service to make sure that, you know, we're staying true to the reference material. Especially like the belt buckles and everything too. We have a lot of detail to try to compact into like a small area. But at the same time, I don't try to think of it as we're simplifying, when more we're just stylizing what's there and making it feel like very Cryptoy-y. So I think that's pretty much it on my end. I think one cool thing about Obi-Wan is that we're trying to actually make a lot of these characters look more like the actors. So there's a lot of cool concept art that we're doing to kind of keep that going throughout the whole line.
Very cool. These guys came out awesome. Like the designs already, you could see exactly who they were. The actors like were coming through. It was really cool to see the 3D team start to kind of put them together, get those characters like dead on. I've seen the evolution of how I feel like the characters keep getting better every time. So it's really cool just to be near that. I can go ahead and pop over to the items. You guys want to see the weapons?
Let's do it.
Yeah, of course.
There's Obi-Wan's lightsaber all lit up. I'll do a close up on the hilt here with a full 360 rotation.
Ooh. So
kind of like what Jonathan was saying. This is when I got to give the props to them. They take these sabers with all the detail they have, and we have to simplify it while still keeping the spirit of the thing. It still has to feel just like the real movie prop or show prop, but obviously we have to simplify it stylize so that it suits the Cryptoverse and what we're doing. So I think this is really awesome. Cool.
The chat. Yeah, this looks great. This looks amazing. The chat highlighting the shine on the hilt there. I agree. I think it looks good.
A lot of shine.
I got a question, Jonathan. How do you like balance the amount of style and design that you kind of get influenced by from like the film, and then like obviously like Clone Wars is a big influence, right? Like how do you like kind of find that balance between?
Yeah,
because I know you got to juggle everything and then try to get the Cryptoys look, and like you've been nailing it. Like these last few have just been amazing.
Yeah, I think for just stylizing, it's almost like you have to look for landmark points, right? So a really good analogy is like when you're doing like figure drawing or studying like the human body, you can draw every single muscle in there, or you can just draw like the fold or like where shadow catches on that body, so you can really pull out little details that people recognize right away. So in the sake of like lightsabers, you see like little buttons and little colors that you can pull out where the hilt is, like where the handles are. What you can kind of stylize, what you can stretch out more of, so you can see that shape against like the metal. I think that's like the main way to do it. But for a lot of these lightsabers, they're so iconic already that they're pretty easy to stylize because everyone knows that shape. So we're just trying to enhance that, like how quickly you could recognize this as Obi-Wan's saber.
Very cool.
Very shiny.
All right. Guys ready to move to the next one?
Yeah, I wanted to highlight.
Yeah, press the button saying.
Yeah. All right. So next we go to Padmé.
Let's do it. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Right. This is Senator Padmé.
Look at that! Look at that weapon right there. That is a hefty one.
Yeah.
She's not messing around.
This is Padmé from Battle of Geonosis, for those who know. Attack of the Clones. She's carrying the E5 blaster, which you see a lot of in the movie, and then a lot in the Clone Wars as well. But this is a really fun stylization of this thing. I know this one. I know Jonathan had to fight with because there's a lot going on that had to be compressed into this size.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail that we try to stylize around and make sure that it still has the overall shape of that blaster, But this one was interesting because there was reference that we pulled from the animated series and the live action because it appears in both. So this gun is almost like a combination of both of them into one. So it's a pretty cool combination, actually.
I know I kind of jumped away from the character. I'm going to go back in a second. Just wanted to show off the blaster.
Yeah.
I want to say that JVig highlight. Oh, we're showing the blaster because I was going to say it looks like Natalie. Like Natalie Portman, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys got me. I'm in. I like this comment. FA Cryptoy's Natalie Portman. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. That's my girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you want to close out the comments?
With everyone's favorite.
Let's do it. So 54% chance of getting the commons in your holocron. So yeah, definitely these are the most attainable. Oh, Darth Maul.
The Maul.
With the staff saber. This guy had a lot of interesting details. Jonathan, do you want to kind of talk a little about that? I know there was a lot of work on like getting the tattoos.
Yeah, I think the main thing about Maul too is like his face, right? Like the tattoos on his face, and how we kind of exaggerate those features on our Cryptoy's face. It's pretty funny because when you're just drawing the actual face of Maul, it doesn't really look like him yet until you put his tattoos on, and then like, oh, okay, I know who that is, right? So, yeah. And also his outfit, it's just a really flowy, robe that he has, and really trying to simplify how that would look. And I think Wes did a really good job on this, especially like. I think this one specifically, we have a lot of like really exaggerated like eyebrow poses and everything to make him look super aggro. So it's like one of my favorite characters that we've done.
Yeah, this one's super fun.
Yeah. Even better when it's moving. I think Abel can talk a little bit to that. I mean, I know we're not showing this today about.
Yeah. Just a picture, if you will, this guy moving in really cool ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even better, it looks even better when it's amazing. I mean, it's already so strong, just like as a pose, but I mean, it was a real blast to kind of animate these guys and all their variations. I don't know if we have a version with his teeth, but I love the detail on the teeth, like just the.
I think we got one to show those teeth. Yeah.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Super important. Gotta show the teeth.
The Sith eyes too, the yellow. It looks real good.
Yeah, I did a deep dive on Clone Wars. When it first came out, I never got around to watching it, but I just went through and sat through all of it. You should kind of know everything about it. Yeah. And yeah, I really like. I mean, I'm a big fan of Darth Maul, man. He's pretty awesome. So it was a blast to get to animate him.
One little fun fact about this too is in the concepts we also included the little earring that he has, and apparently that's actually canon because the actor who played Maul, Ray Park, he left his earring in there before they did the makeup, so. They just like so now that's like a canon thing where he has a little piercing on his ear, and we added that for all of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeff says, I hope the different rarities are from different series, like the Scorpion Maul and Rebels Maul. See, that's what I thought too, Jeff, because before we had announced Star Wars in general, I had only thought there was one Maul because I had seen the first movie, right, and never dove into like the other series or anything. So when we finally discussed that we were doing Maul, I asked that question. I said, wait, how are we going to do 5 Mauls if he's only in one movie and he dies, right? Like halfway through or whatever, spoilers. And then, this is, I had to go and learn and watch and figure out that, Maul comes back and the whole story behind that. So we'll get to those rarities in just a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So little deep dive on the saber. This is, pretty iconic, right? It's the first time we ever saw a staff saber.
I know, Kyle. I'm with you.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
I'm sorry, guys.
He comes back.
that was my
well, they
reaction
would have
too.
known based off all the rarities we show anyway, right?
Wow, I just seen calling me out for spoilers. I'm canceled now. This is it.
This lightsaber, you can really see what I was talking about earlier about really compacting things together. Like these buttons are almost touching, and it's such
Yeah.
a long saber, but we compacted it like so tightly to still keep the chunk that we have for a lot of our items. So this one's definitely a really great example of that.
Absolutely. And trying to make it feel like it's as long as it is, and yet all compressed and chunky like we do our stuff. It's pretty fascinating, especially like animating this stuff too, right? I think Abel can speak to this too. You can't work them the same as the originals with the characters, the shapes they are, so you end up making like these interesting choices, which I think help define the characters and the way they move and all that. So it's been a fun ride.
Tenzo says, "Rip, never watched Star Wars. Now I don't need to. Thanks."
Yeah, thanks, Foo. Oh, is this an Alpha League? Stay tuned. You might see something. Stay tuned. By the way, what's up, iJustine? What's a lightsaber? Exactly. Now we're gonna have to explain the basics to everyone.
All right. I guess we're switching rarities now, right? So now we're going to the rares.
Let's do it. And by the way, Poof, yeah, I stand corrected. I'm sorry. I was looking when we used to have 7 rarities. It was 54%. It's 40% for the common. That's my bad.
Yep. All good. Ooh, I love this one. I really love this one because I love this series. But go on. Don't say anything yet.
Exiled Kenobi from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
So good.
Yeah,
the look is just there. It just hits. Really good. Sorry, I just had to get my comments out. I really love this.
Show the love. It's all good. Yeah, Jonathan, you guys work this guy a lot. I know we took a few rounds on this one to get him just right. Big fan of this one too. I feel like this one kind of just nails the look in a way that even though they're all Kenobi, they all look like Ewan McGregor. They all, for the most part. I'll get to that too. But it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the hair and everything. We always joke that this one looks like Will. So
I was gonna say it kind of does. I can see that.
Yeah.
Can someone make a meme of like side by side?
Yeah.
Or Will should be this. This should be Will's Halloween costume.
Totally. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and even at first I didn't notice, but then after looking at it, like you do notice kind of like the gray on the side. I think that's a really nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
And then like on all of these, the saber glowing, and you can tell that the saber glows like on the clothes. Like that's really cool.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Man, I just want to talk about the series. I don't want to get called out for spoilers again, though. So
no, go for it. What? What do you have to say?
I just want to say, like, that glow that you're referencing comes into play, like the glow at that final battle, is just epic. In the dark, this series is so good. Yeah. And I really love this pose, the look in his eye, like it's everything about this one. I'm gonna need this one.
Speaking of sabers, so this is Obi-Wan's saber, the one he carries for basically most of his appearances, except for Padawan version of it, which is different. So we can take a good look at this one.
Ooh, wow.
Again, capturing all those details. It's like having spent so much time now with all the sabers, it's kind of amazing how, like, at a glance, it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely Obi-Wan's saber. Whereas they're all kind of similar, right? But there's so many little details that kind of set them off. So.
That's cool. Crazy. I love how we do these though, because you would not have known about the detail. Like, I feel like normally, just like if you buy a holocron, you open it because the item, it just seems their hand is covering it for one. So then, like, seeing it like this, it really does confirm that, like, wow, it's actually like the whole item that we create. It's not just like, oh, the hand's covering it, so we're not really going to put detail on it. That's what amazes me.
Especially this one, like the opening of the saber where the blade comes out, like the little dots all inside there.
Right.
A lot of little details like that.
For sure. All right. So now switching over to Padmé, Handmaiden.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
so serious.
Expression.
Yeah, like, she's ready to fight.
Um,
Do not mess with
when you
her.
forget to buy the groceries when you come home.
You forget to buy no, when you forget the one thing you went to the grocery store for.
I mean, who else fell for it in the first movie? Who else was like, "Oh man, what a surprise when you find out." Again, I can't even talk without spoiling movies, but
So many spoilers.
yeah, when you find out that this is the skin we're looking for, it's wow. Was anyone else fooled? No, just me. Everyone else saw it coming. Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, I kind of want to bring up her item is actually really interesting. Like this is the ELG 3A Diplomat's Blaster. But one of the interesting things is we actually have a couple of the same blaster, but they're inspired. This one's inspired by the movie, and you'll see something different in a different rarity. And we actually changed the model to match its origin. So keep an eye on that. So this is it.
The cutest blaster that we have.
Yeah, and it's so
it looks very
sweet.
fashionable.
Right?
Very fashionable.
Very
JD says,
stylish.
"Why isn't Poof dressed as one of the characters? I'm out of here."
I know, yeah.
You'll see which one I was gonna go for, but we couldn't
The
pull it
Darth
off.
Maul face paint.
This one-
You're
No,
gonna paint your whole face.
you'll see. You'll know it when it's revealed.
Actually, pretty sure Will tried to convince me to dress up as I think it's the legendary when you guys see Padmé. And I was like, that's just too much. I can't.
It's an intense look.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys did a great job on the materials on this one, like the metal, like the wood grain.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was Dave's model. Really nice work, as usual. Yeah, it seems like a simple little thing, but getting the proportions right on this one, I know, was pretty fun. We went through a few rounds on that one too, right, Jonathan?
Yeah, I mean, it originally was more close to the reference material, but then we just kept chonking it and making it fatter and fatter, and now it just kind of looks like a car part, which is kind of cool and cute at the same time. Hand mixer, I think we called that one time.
Yeah,
I can see
they may
that.
have gotten a few nicknames here and there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, this is really fun. All right, so we go to the next mall. Everybody ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep. Ooh,
All from Rebels with
love
the
this.
robot legs. I think someone was looking for that in the chat.
Love this skin and this episode, but I'm not going to talk about this one. I'm going to let you guys take this one. It's so good.
I want to hear it all from Pooh.
Yeah, what, Poop? Come on,
So good.
go for
Is
it.
this the Kenobi? Is that when he's storming through the desert and hallucinating? Kenobi. You know what I'm talking about, right? I nailed that.
I just want to see you keep doing it.
You nailed it.
So much.
Kenobi. And then, what an epic fight. I believe shortest fight in Star Wars lightsabers, if I'm not mistaken. But it's so good. Such a meaning to it. And then the ending, how the discussion. Guys, watch Rebels. If you haven't seen Rebels, please watch Rebels. It is so good. So good. And so is this mall, which I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need all these.
Nice.
What is this one? What rarity is this one?
But this is still the rare.
Oh, the rare. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
It's got a really cool saber too.
Yeah. Let's look at the saber.
Look at that.
We'll do the close up.
This is our first time having a dual bladed saber. In mall anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's whoa. What this is?
Yeah, this thing.
Oh snap! That did not mess around.
For this one, big props to Disney helping us out with giving us some great reference material, because there's a lot of little details in this one you don't really realize how they line up until you see it up close. So, it was a 3D model, but it was still very, very awesome. I think it was laid in there pretty well by the guys. So I think this was also David.
Yeah. For context too, like for every item that we do, we actually start off with just 2D sketches, and then we take those and make orthographic turnarounds so they could be modeled. And our guys hit it out of the park every single time. I'm like, how did you get this just from drawing? So those do like such an amazing job.
Well, the drawings are also like blueprints, so there's a lot of work in getting all that to line up and look right, so guys know what to do. So this is a whole team event to get these things done.
Oh yeah. Fat Cat's Double Burn. Rebels is the top 3 Star Wars content for me. Yep. Agreed. Rebels is great.
Very cool. All right, jump to the next one. I know people are going to love the next one. It's going to be a little Obi-Wan.
What's the next one?
Ooh.
General Kenobi from Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Nice.
What alpha can you leak about this, Poof?
Just that he's usually always, cleaning up after Anakin and worried about what Anakin and Ahsoka are doing. I still need to finish, I think, 6 and 7 of Clone Wars, but really another really good show. I would put Rebels above Clone Wars, but still really good.
Oh yeah, I'm getting a little feedback, Jonathan, on your mic, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I tested it when I muted. I can hear our echo a bit.
Usually he's just telling Anakin and Ahsoka to be mindful of their frustrations and, think about what they're doing before things happen, and things always happen. So this is that Kenobi.
This is the Kenobi. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with this one. There's just so much kind of Obi-Wan moments, right, to kind of reference, but we definitely kind of leaned into this pose that he loves to do all over movies, Clone Wars, all those shows. So this is kind of fun. I feel like this is one of those like really iconic moments.
Love the armor. Looks great.
All right, let's jump into the saber. Again, it is the same saber because it's still him, but it's not the same texture. We as different times we kind of take a different approach, and this is a little more weathered because it's seeing a lot of use. So you're seeing kind of a slightly different texture to it. It also, we also want to kind of give a little bit of reference to where it came from. This is more of a Clone Wars, so it's got a different sheen to it overall.
That's cool. That the worn out look, I can tell too. I'm like, oh, what's the difference between the two? Oh yeah, this does seem like it's a little more worn in. That's cool.
Yeah, let's see the next one.
That one's like ancient.
All right. Jump in the next.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Adventure Padme.
Ooh.
Clone Wars Padmé.
Yep, Clone Wars Padme. I can see she's got that same blaster, but in its Clone Wars variant. So it's a little different. This is kind of fun. You see her in this outfit for so much of Clone Wars. It was kind of really fun to be able to replicate it. I mean, she's got so many great costumes. It was really cool to kind of, be playing with some of them.
Seeing this art makes me want to see Clone Wars now because I haven't seen Clone Wars.
Stuff.
Seriously, you guys are inspiring me.
Do it.
Yeah. And Rebels.
Did you say, Poop, you didn't get to season 7 yet?
It ends at 7, right? 6 and 7. I think I'm at like 5.
Yeah, it's like you gotta hang in there.
It gets off the road a bit, right? And then
it's assemblies and reading the last minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, But like,
still a great show though.
Yeah, they kill it on that last season. And I was like, oh, this is it. I still haven't seen Rebels though, so I'll have to catch up. We're all behind. It's a big universe.
Right? Exactly.
All right. I'll give you guys just another close-up glance at this guy. Obviously a shorter barreled variant, slightly different texture. But next, I know Abel, this one's near and dear to your heart. Next one coming up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
So sticking with
legs.
Clone Wars.
The teeth.
There you go. They got the teeth.
There's
In.
the
Fantastic.
teeth, right?
Yep.
Vicious
My
looking.
babe.
So if I'm not mistaken, this is after Maul is cut in half. He is saved by his brother, I believe, and he's reanimated by the Night Sister magic on Dathomir to be given his robotic legs that he has here, right?
Very nice. But what is his brother's name?
Oh no, it's like I want to say it begins with an S, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Does it begin with an S?
It does begin with an S.
Man. You're gonna have to tell me. I'm not gonna be able to come up with
Savage
that.
Opress.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Nice. That was good though, man. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're living in deep with this thing, man. Yep, Jeff knows.
He looks pissed.
So
Yeah.
Abel has some experience with this guy. I wish I could show you what he's done with him because there is some awesome stuff coming. But well, I mean, I think it would be good to kind of talk about what it is to work with this guy. Kind of cool.
Yeah, he's a really interesting. Just because his whole mechanics are kind of unique, right? He's got these kind of raptor chicken legs that are robotic and heavy, and it was an amazing rig because it had all these little abilities that kind of. I feel like I'm giving spoilers. Like when I was listening to you talk about like spoilers, I feel like the same way I'm going to describe the animation I did because it's like I can't say too much.
You gotta
But,
save
like,
something for later. You gotta save something.
Trust me, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, there's just such cool like there's little things like in this animation that it was really fun to kind of incorporate because obviously we have like the block and all these other things and it's like we have a certain kind of resolution that we do our rigs at. So this one was really fun because he had so many little things I could tinker with, like just angles and like just I mean I don't know if anybody's gonna notice it, but just even if he flaws down into the ground, like just a little bit of pressure and offset, and all these fun things from back in feature days that were always a blast to kind of manage to get in. So yeah, he was awesome. I really like this one.
Yeah. When I first saw Abel's animation for this guy, I was like so blown away and how much he stretched the animation and just made it look so dynamic. That's like one of my favorite of all time like unboxings.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the unboxing.
Preen a little Abel. Preen. There you go.
I don't take compliments well. I don't know.
This is that pose where we get to see his teeth too, right? Didn't you mention?
Yeah, that's why I was asking because that's all I wanted to do was just show his teeth because there's so much detail and like awesome work done in it, and it's such a huge, just like I don't know. When I think of him, I just think that like I just think his eyes and the color and those nasty teeth, and it's like I just any chance I got an opportunity to show them, I'm showing them.
Yeah.
So actually, this is one of my favorite versions of Maul's sabers. So when classic Maul gets cut in half, so does his saber. And one of the cool things about the story is that he keeps half of it, the working half, and this is what this version of Maul is carrying. So you can see it here. You can still see the inspiration, with the original saber. And what's cool is our artists even put a little like burn scorch kind of at the bottom where it got cut in half. I just kind of love how it came out. Very cool.
I like how it's not a perfectly like clean cut too, because it's like obviously right. It wouldn't be like perfectly 180 degrees. That's really cool.
And it's
You can
also
also
not
see
perfectly the same saber. Go ahead, Jonathan.
I was gonna say like you can really see that exposed crystal too on the bottom. That's like one of my favorite features of the saber.
Yeah.
No, one of the things I love is that we weren't working off of the movie prop for this one. We were working off of the show. So it doesn't. If you compare this to classic Maul Saber, they're not the same because they come from different inspiration, even though they both refer back to the same original thing. So it's kind of tracing this all back. It's kind of graphing it all. It's all kind of complex, but it's been really fun to kind of chase these things down and see how they kind of come together. I know that Jonathan and his team does a lot of lore diving, try to get in there and really get this stuff right.
Yeah. This one was especially hard because of those reasons, and it's like which parts do you keep, which parts do you omit. But I think for this one, we kept really closely to the Clone Wars but the tip of that saber, it's still very in line with the shape of the Phantom Menace common mod that we have. So I think all in all, it kind of works together as like a whole set that works really well.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah, everything feels really unified from like the different inspirations. Everything just comes across like in the same universe. It's pretty awesome.
Cool. All right. I think everyone's gonna like the next one. Going back to Obi-Wan. We're at the Grails now.
Ooh, here we go.
Oh,
Old Ben.
Old Ben.
You
do
can
not
even
need
see
to
the bags
that
under his
vision.
eyes.
And so this is the only Obi-Wan that's not Ewan McGregor. So it's kind of fun. We actually had two caricatures on one character. So
Just love this one. Iconic. So iconic.
yeah, that was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I
Old
think
Ben.
the design nailed it. And then, our modelers who have been killing it just really kind of captured the essence of him without stepping away from that Cryptoys vibe. So overall, couldn't be happy with how he came out.
Granddaddy Ben.
This looks real.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah. All right. We can look at his saber. We're going to go back to talking about the same saber again. Obviously, still Obi-Wan's. But now this thing is old and chewed up.
Ooh.
It's had years. It's been him living in the desert. So we kind of keep just taking that idea and just took it to, 11 on this one.
Mm-hmm. Can really see it too. It looks so good.
Perfect, just like the Rebels episode.
Nice.
I need this one.
I could just watch these things spin for like at least an hour. Just sitting here watching them spin.
It is a little hypnotizing.
Yeah, I love the texture, how it's like the areas where you actually grab the saber looks like it's wearing away.
Yeah. Where like some of them look really smooth. This one looks like rough, kind of.
Right.
Absolutely.
You guys are crazy talented. So
not
freaking
me.
cool.
Not me, these guys, the below.
They weren't talking about you, Poof.
I know, I was saying, I was just making sure to separate the extremely talented and not section of the stream. Everything below here, extremely talented,
Oh, and this is only literally 3 team members from the art team. It's crazy how many art team members there really are and like what goes into it. Even I don't even fully understand like the scope and the whole process and like pipeline. I know that there's a lot, but it's hard to comprehend sometimes, especially being an outsider, like looking in. I don't know if you guys want to touch on like, and Jonathan, it starts with you, right? With concept.
Yeah, we do a lot of the early ideation and concepts, and it's just like a really quick way of seeing like what could this look like, at the end and what the final product could be. But a lot of the hard work is actually, done by the 3D team and making sure that these really come to life and becomes dimensional and also functional too, right? We have to think about how do these fit in the hands of our characters and everything like that in between. So really hats off to Harry's team to really pulling all this together.
There are so many talented people involved with this. Like Jonathan and his team, they do a phenomenal job of giving us great stuff to work on and work with, and they do a lot of that kind of not just research on the lore itself, but the design research to make sure that this fits into our world right. But then from the drawings they give us, which have to be really accurate and turnarounds and all the rest, that inspiration goes to the modelers who then sculpt this stuff, and then they have to make it work for the engine, and then they have to texture it and all the different variations of that. Riggers put the articulation in there. Animators like Abel go in, make it all dance. And then for rendering and the rest, even more layers, and then to get it into the game engine, even more layers. So lots and lots and lots of hands, lots of hard work, but it's a phenomenal team. They do amazing stuff.
Yeah. Like definitely everyone can tell. Everyone's comments are always like, what? This is crazy. Because especially doing these type of live streams, you notice it the most. Because for sure, if it's like, oh, you just look at the website or you just look at, a graphic, and then you really don't get the essence of like everything until we do these deep dives. That's why I personally love these so much. It's like, it really helps us understand like, wow, that there's obviously a lot, there's depth to this, even a simple thing like, or it seems so simple, like a lightsaber. It's like, no, this is, you think about the wear and tear and what state they were in. It's crazy.
I love the show Mythic Quest, and in that show they make the reference of like how the artists are just magicians. Oh, it's just magic. You'll just whip it up, right? And they're like, no, we won't just whip it up. It's hours and hours of hard work. So like to Steph and myself and other people who aren't on our team, it's like, oh, they're just magicians. They just whip it up, And it's like, no, that's not what happens. They put so much hard work into this. So love to give them, go ahead.
We have an art button. We just press.
Yeah.
Art, please.
No, so I love these shows as well because you guys need to shine. You need to shine. This is so good.
Yeah, I used to be on the other side of the screen, seriously. But we got a couple left here of the Grails. This is a big one. This might be my favorite one from this drop, although it's a tough call.
Ooh.
I'm going to go ahead and click on this.
Harry picking favorites,
This is what I was
Oh, yes.
This is my favorite
Come
one
on.
for sure.
I love this one.
This one kills.
Yeah, speaking of like the artists, like I think Kat was responsible for this one. So many details, so much stuff. Jonathan, you guys put all that detail into the designs. It was just crazy. Like,
Yeah, that was a lot actually. And it's like it took many takes too, and making sure that we're just constantly drawing over version 1, version 2, version 10, making sure all the stuff lines up. She actually has way more like jewelry and accents on her in the actual live action shots, but we have to pick the ones that actually fits our style the most and cause the strongest silhouette for the character. So I think we actually picked a really good amount of it where it feels like very detailed, but at the same time not overpowering and over cluttering her with all this like stuff. So definitely one of my favorite models by far.
Yeah, there's layers and layers of stuff in this one that maybe we could do like a whole thing on just her, but
Yeah.
there's so much going on in there. Awesome. I just love this one.
Agreed. This is kind of the one that just leaves you speechless and you just kind of look at it, because there's just so much going on.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is.
This would be a great thing to dress up as, Pooh.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Imagine.
Oh, you said your makeup done in time. No,
Imagine
this
if we
is
went
literally
live and I
what
had
I wanted
the
me
whole-
to dress up as. Literally this. I was like, Will, this is like a whole thing. Like, this isn't something I can just whip up.
Your headdress, is that what it's called? The headdress? Your thing would be like out to here.
Right. I mean, that alone, I don't even know how to even get, like, I don't know. I would, when I went to Comic-Con, I didn't see anyone in this, and I understand why. It's such a detailed, like, getup. Like, I mean, I would love to.
What you can't even see here is the hair, right?
Hair.
I know we're always talking about the hair.
Right.
This one has seriously the most complicated hairstyle.
Really?
It's like all the hairstyles all at once, and actually I'll say the same, but I didn't mention about Padmé with the Handmaiden rarity. Her hair is also amazing. So we'll have to show that one off a different time. But there is so much amazing work that went in there.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that we can't show the drawings for this, but the turnarounds for the hair for Padmé was pretty intense, and to make sure like the braids work and at different angles, and like when I was drawing these, I was like, man, my brain isn't working. I don't know how to turn these braids in this perspective, but I mean, the end result is like amazing though. Like they did a really good job on this.
Yeah, every one of Padmé's rarities has a wild hairstyle. Like Senator has this crazy knot that's amazing. Handmaiden has just layers and layers of stuff. There's like the 6 ponytails or whatever that Adventure Padme has, and this one has just it's funny how in this pose you don't see it, but there's just a waterfall of stuff going on back there. That's really amazing. So I just want to call out like everybody on the team, like Jonathan, you guys killed it with the designs. The modelers, and like Kat in particular, who worked on Padme, had so much hair that she had to manage on this one, and she did a phenomenal job. So, yeah, super excited to see this one finally make it.
Does the hair, or maybe Abel would know, does it make it in the animation for when you unbox her?
Yeah, I mean, we try to do what we can to add any flourishes whenever possible. It's you have to kind of balance it out with what all you can do in the timeline and turnaround and everything.
Right.
But I mean, that the hair on these models on Padme is just like, it could not do anything and it would still be like aesthetically just like amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got, like, I remember when I first saw the designs on the 3D models I was just like, I was blown away. I was like literally speechless. I was like, I don't know how they did that, how fast they did it. It was like magic. I know it's not. I know someone didn't sleep, but like it was like magic. It's amazing. Yeah, I'd love to just like, you could just tell like the amount of like quality and like heart that went into it, and designing the back of that was just from the sketch to the model is just bananas. So yeah, we should definitely just have,
I love it.
I don't know, we'll have to figure out a marketing pose or something, or some graphic to kind of showcase that, just so people can look at that, because it's really beautiful work.
I kind of almost feel like we need to have like a Star Wars hair retrospective, and all we do is just go through all the hairstyles we've done.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
There's so much.
It's like when you go to like a hair salon and they have like a book of like different hairstyles. We need that for our Cryptoys.
I almost lost it.
It's that good. I'm not like, you can tell I'm really not into hair stuff very much. But like, man, like those models are just gorgeous. Like I really could look at that. Like, one of those videos that's like those giant books with the models of all the different hairstyles. Like I could look at that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so good and intricate. And like, you can just tell it's like quality.
Right. Poof, I know you want to laugh. Highlight the comment.
It's too much. The chat always doing their best to make me laugh when important things are going on, because they know I read all of it. I want Poof to dress as this. How do we know Poof hasn't already done this? You don't.
Jonathan's in there egging them on.
It's business. Poof's default skin is this. When Poof doesn't look like this, it's makeup. Good job, guys. You did it. You almost cracked me. I had to cover my mouth. I was laughing too hard. This skin is just fantastic. I'm going to need this one too.
You already have it, right?
Yeah. I was going to say, they needed like a model to get this skin from. Poof Amidala.
Poof Amidala. Yeah, change your name, Poof.
That's funny. What the blaster? I want to see more of the blaster area. Can we?
This is the S5 Naboo Royal Guard Heavy Blaster. I'm trying to say that a few times. And there it is. This is the weapon that Padme stormed her own palace with a grappling hook on the side, which you can see better in this view. You see a little. That's what I think that little missile is. That's my guess. Because, we affectionately call this the Home Depot gun, because there's a lot of details. Very, very cool. Like the design on this one, again, like this is not what the original looks like. This is a very highly stylized version of it, which is tremendous work on the design side to get this to look like a Cryptoys thing, which it really, really does.
Yeah, this specific blaster is pretty difficult to stylize because it's also not symmetrical. So on one side of the blaster, it actually comes out a little bit more on one side. And just the amount of things on this blaster, it's got thing underneath, on the sides, on the top, all sorts of little intricate details, and just trying to stylize it to a point where it feels very compact in her hand. That was like the most difficult part about this, but I feel like the final product looks great. It actually looks pretty natural. And it looks like, it actually looks like the actual blaster. If you have it side by side, you can see like, oh, okay, I can see why they shrunk that area, why they extended this area, and why they made the missile like really chunky and big. And I think, speaking of the missile, like that's actually my favorite part about this gun. The little missile thing is like so thick and so cute looking in there.
Yeah, this thing's crazy.
Yeah.
Even the handle, you can see like does
The
not match
screws.
side to side. It's super asymmetrical, and like this one I don't have the spin for you guys, but nothing about this gun is symmetrical. Everything was kind of like, what about that angle? What about that angle? Everything had to be kind of gone over, and the turnaround is a thing of beauty. They did all that. So nice work.
Nice.
All right, we're on to Grail Mall. Anyone want to set this one up?
Ooh.
To be honest, this is the one I know the least about, so I'm excited to hear some more.
Any guesses what it is?
Well, this is the one on the website, right?
Okay.
It is on the website.
No, but not everyone. Like, I guarantee a lot of people in the chat didn't think, right, that cryptoys.com, the home front, would maybe be updated. But if you did go there, you have seen it.
A bunch of people feverishly going to the website right now.
It's like they have just like that tab open at all times, and they just refresh once a day. I mean, maybe. I actually wouldn't be surprised if
Here we
you
go.
in the chat do that.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Spider Mall.
Spider. Wow, look at that. Look at those legs.
Danny OC called it. Granddaddy Crypto called it. Tell me more about Spider Mall, please.
I'll give you a little bit. He doesn't appear much. He's in Clone Wars. This is basically what happened to Maul after Phantom Menace. He basically fell into a garbage heap, went crazy, pulled himself together using the Force into this weird spider creature, and was just hanging out until his brother found him. So, yeah, I think he only appears in one episode, but it was a pretty awesome design and really fun to see the transition to something Cryptoys, because when we said we'd do this, I think Jonathan was given a ridiculously difficult task. This is a complicated character, and I know it looks simple now, but there's so much work in making this guy look this good, like a Cryptoid.
There was a lot of research that went into this, and also I remember we had a whole meeting about how do we do the legs and how do we chonk those like tentacle legs that he has and make it look like read very well, like as a Cryptoid style. So I think Wes like handled this one really, really cool, like the little parking tickets and little squares all over his body, and everything kind of went together super, super nice. Especially like the way the metal's threaded on the legs, and everything's stylized in a way where it feels very cohesive, but at the same time still feels very on brand for us.
This is the first six-legged Cryptoy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you can get to Unchained Mountain.
Does he run fast?
Extra four legs.
He's got extra legs. What stood out to me was the look at his like horns. Like they're obviously distorted, right? Like way different than naturally what his horns look like.
Yeah, that's the thing in the cartoon. That's how he looked. Like I guess he manicures his horns normally, and this is what happens when he went crazy. And you have a horn file because they got crazy.
Yeah, this is his most crazy, right? Like his most rabid. Yeah, and the animation, like nails it. It's. I think it's my favorite animation I've seen so far here.
It's like full screen.
It's bananas. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Trust me, guys, it's cool. We can't show you anything.
Give us a hint. Grandkids are trembling with fear. Crazy eyes too. I know. Yeah, he does look crazy. Like he's about to do some crazy.
I see someone complaining about the six-legged spider. Someone isn't counting arms because if you count arms, you get to 8.
Oh, that was me that said 6 legs. Yeah, you're right.
there
He
you
has
go.
8. Guys, you fell for it. I was just trying to test people. Her first 8. Well, no, I said 6-legged Cryptoy,
Six-legged.
but like technically 8 limbs, right?
8 limbs.
Okay, well,
You win.
okay.
We'll allow it. It's all good.
Yeah, plus his arms.
All right.
There we go.
So let's see. Let's show you the saber. Again, this is very, very similar to the saber that Shadow Maul carries, but you'll see he's living in garbage, so this thing's way grosser.
Wow.
That was the approach.
Yeah, it looks like dirty. It needs to be cleaned. That's a good vibe.
Yeah.
Musty. Probably smells bad.
Can you smell it from here?
Yeah, I feel like it smells like trash. That's cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, that leaves us with the Ultra Grails.
Hey.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Let me make sure this is all right. So first one will be Obi-Wan.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
The classic hologram.
So we got General Kenobi coming through the hologram.
Mm-hmm. I need it.
1% chance, Poof.
I guess I need it.
1% chance.
This is how I'm going to join the Ultra Grail Club. This one right here.
This are you calling your shot right now? This specific one?
This is the one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Poof's calling it. It's confident. First open? First holocron you open?
No. I don't have that luck.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Next Thursday in the unboxing party?
maybe. That would be cool.
It'd be great to, yeah. I mean, if you're going to open Ultra Grail, it'd be great to do it on a live stream, right?
On live stream, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Very cool. All right, let's show a saber. There we go.
Ooh.
Really cool. Love the hologram sabers. My favorite.
Yeah, that's something about that glow, the way the glow in the hologram. Like, I really dig it.
Yeah, it's really bright. Like the glow in the saber, it seems so bright. Like if I was in a dark room, I just have to pull out my hologram saber. I'm good. Lights up the whole place.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, let me know when you guys are ready. You can jump on the next one.
Yeah, go. Let's go for it.
All right.
What's next? Padmé?
Next is Padme.
Padmé, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm glad this one is the hologram. I'm really glad this one.
The contrast, those orbs and like her face paint and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The orbs, yeah, those are really bright. That looks
Yeah,
cool.
they've got a special touch for the hologram to make them look right.
Yeah.
First pass, it took a little work to get it just right, but I got to give credit to the guys. Actually, both Chris Litwell and Luke Stinson both put a lot of work in this. Awesome stuff to get these hologram shaders to work just right.
That's nice.
All right, and got the Royal Guard Heavy Blaster coming through the hologram.
Ooh wee.
Very cool. And I guess that leaves Maul. You guys ready for Maul?
Which Maul is it gonna be? Any guesses in the chat?
I think it's going to be the Kenobi Maul. Kenobi!
We need Poof's voice to be part of the unboxing experience.
Agreed. All right,
That's
here we go.
Let's see it.
No, I was wrong.
Nice.
Ooh.
That face paint looks great.
Yeah, it does. It looks awesome.
Like glow in
Looks
the
awesome.
dark.
Also looks like he has a blue saber and he's on the light side. Just go with it. We'll just
Oh,
light side mall. Imagine how
Is
much
it
the story would have
technically-
changed if he was just like, just kidding, I'm on the light
It's not
side.
even computed. Nope. Yeah.
That's
This is great. Yeah. Do all the holograms have the? I mean, because I don't even think we've seen one. I mean, we saw a few unboxed in Volume 1, right? Where they have like a glitch. They still
Yeah.
have
Yeah, they all have the glitch. Yeah, that's part of it.
Nice.
It's a hologram. It's got a glitch.
Right.
Awesome. Love it.
It's got a glitch. It's got the moving scan lines. The whole thing.
Hidden Jester, which I know that he's an Ultra Grand Master, so he definitely has some Ultra Grails. How do you guys go about deciding which character style, etc., should be a Grail? I think he meant Ultra Grail.
It's a gladiator style death match. Yeah, no, there's been some long discussions about that one. Every time every one of these drops, like just fighting over which rarities what, because it's not just. It's like, do you put the most iconic as the Grail? Do you put it as the common? Do you it's always really hard to kind of figure out what's best. I think so far I'm really happy with where we've ended up, but definitely with this guy it was a struggle. Like which is the one that should be the
Yeah.
But this is your iconic Maul. This is the Maul that when you think Maul kind of comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's kind of like a flowing process too, right? Like sometimes we concept all of them out and then we decide immediately, okay, this is going to be, Grail, right? But in other cases, we sometimes when the final product comes out, it's like, wow, this looks a lot cooler, or this looks even better than what we thought. Let's move them up higher in rarity. So it kind of depends.
It really does.
Yeah.
They do sometimes call you though. I'm the Ultra Grail. All right.
He looks so good though. He looks like he's ready to jump around in that lightsaber
Right.
battle. So nimble. Maul was always so nimble on his feet.
Do some backflips.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great gymnast. He's got the moves.
He does.
He's got a pretty animated unboxing for sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Jester said good process so far because I think you made good choices with them.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jester.
Very cool. All right, and we got his lightsaber. And there it is.
Take that. That's cool.
First staff saber and first hologram staff saber as well. So
Ooh,
Right.
nice. That's cool.
yeah. And that's everything. I think we got through the whole list.
Wow, I can't believe we got through 15 characters, 15 weapons. That was crazy in 1 hour. Great job, team.
That was a
Look
great
at that.
job. Yeah, ran through it, and they all look so good. Thank
Yeah.
you for the explanations as well. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, if you guys haven't seen already, October 26th, next Thursday is when these are dropping. Poof and I will definitely be hosting an holocron unboxing party. I do remember somebody had asked, is the holocron different or the same? So you guys can kind of see it in the background. Like, correct me if I'm wrong on this. It technically is the same, but it's the other side of it versus what we saw in Volume 1, right?
Yep. We rotated it just to make sure it got a different look, but it's the same holocron.
Same holocron. Nice. Okay, cool.
So good we had to keep using it, right? Like
Yeah.
that was I think Chris Peterson made that thing. It looks so good every time we render it. I'm like, this thing's amazing.
I know. I wanted to get him on. He wasn't able to join this one, but yeah, there's so many people we want to get on. We'll eventually get everyone on. And then Superstar Money asks, okay, we did answer the first question. Is there a chase character? We almost forgot. We're not going to show it, right? But we almost forgot to mention that there is a chase character, and it is Anakin Skywalker. Officially having Anakin, right, Poof? Because everyone's kind of iffy on if our
there was
Vader...
a big discussion in the Discord today about Anakin and Darth Vader, and if they're the same person, if they're different people. So yes, first Anakin coming to the platform in this special edition form. So
yeah, that was definitely a discussion about where, like, because our last Anakin was, Order 66 Anakin was actually a Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And drawing that line was kind of
Right.
rough, but this is we got true Anakin Chase.
I like that it was like that though, because then it gets people to think. It's like something to like think about. It's like,
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, awesome. Thank you for your time, team. We really appreciate these live streams.
Hey, shout out to Hanano and the one and only The Real Uncommon podcast. I think they have a show later, so shout out to you guys.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, there we go. There's the after party, guys. Go to
Mm-hmm.
the Uncommon podcast after. Thank you. Cool. Thanks for answering that. That's dope. All right. Yep. We've been live for an hour. We wanted to keep this efficient. And thank you, Harry, for driving this. Thank you, Jonathan and Abel, for giving us some like fun alpha leaks. Abel kind of hinting to some of the animations. I'm like super excited to see what ends up coming out in the unboxing. And then Jonathan, it's always cool to hear like what you have to do, what you're creating that ends up being the concept for these finals. It's cool. This, hopefully we can see one of these. I know it's tough to show like content. We don't really show concept stuff, but it's cool to at least hear about it.
Definitely. Chat, clap. W's
And yeah, shout out to the chat.
Mm-hmm. For you guys and the our guests on stage here, just so talented. Like the chat said earlier, extremely talented and such a good product. So.
Well, thank you guys. You guys make the streams easy. So I'm not usually used to being here, so it's very cool to be here, take part in all this, and really cool to see, to be able to interact with our audience, right? The people who see the stuff we do. So thanks, guys, and thank you guys all.
There's
Awesome.
all the W's.
W's in the chat. I love it.
Appreciate the W's.
Yeah, thanks for the W's, guys. It's just one letter, means a lot. All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next. Probably the unboxing party is going to be the next thing on the 26th. Don't forget, drop is going to be on the 26th. We have not released a time yet, so stay tuned for that. But just know it's on the 26th. So clear your calendars, mark your calendars.
See you there.
Go crazy. All right. Peace, y'all.
Bye.